Hi guys, so I just did a tobacco audit. I haven't done one of these in a couple months now, and I'm at a 7-Eleven. Let me show you. I can't show the door number, but yes, I am. The cops have actually been called, so I'm actually waiting for them. And I usually don't call the cops on anyone, but this is what happened. So I walked in the door, and I immediately went to go grab my bottle of water like I always do. I came back to the register and I asked for a pack of Pall Mall White 100s. The cashier pulls them for me. She scans them along with my bottle of water. My ID and my debit card are in my hand, and I always have my ID ready because I want to make it as easy as possible for them to ask for my ID and scan it. Well, she didn't do it. And before I paid, I said, "Are you sure you don't want to scan my ID?" And she was like, "Oh, no worries. It's perfectly fine. You look old enough." I'm like, again, I don't want you to get in trouble, and I don't mind. I'm really not supposed to even have it in my hand. Still didn't take it. So I had to buy the cigarettes. I come back to my truck. I get the paperwork to show her manager. I walk back in, and she looks at me kind of funny, and she's like, "The bathrooms are that way." I said, "I don't need the bathrooms. I need to talk to your manager." She looks at me even more funny, and she's like, "What?" And she gets the manager. Manager takes like less than a minute to come from the back and talk to me. The cashier is standing right next to the manager as I say, "I'm so sorry, but unfortunately your cashier did not scan my ID, and I'm here to do a tobacco audit today," and she failed. The cashier, with not even thinking before she she just started going crazy. She's like, "You're that Beanie Baby biatch. I know who you are. How dare you come and pull this crap? I'm always nice to you." And I'm like, that has nothing to do with it, and I'm so sorry, and I appreciate it, even though I didn't recognize her. I said, "I appreciate you being nice to me when I'm here doing my Beanie Baby job, but I'm also a mystery shopper, and you should know that you're supposed to scan everyone's ID for any tobacco or any alcoholic products, or any age-restricted products at all." And the manager's nodding her head like, "Yes, you know this," and we'll just call her Elizabeth, to the cashier. "Elizabeth, you know this. We went over this. You signed that you would do this when you started working for us back in June." And the cashier continues to flip out, and the manager keeps telling her over and over again, like, "There's nothing I can do. You're fired." Well, the cashier wasn't having none of that crap, went over to the Beanie Baby stand and started throwing Beanie Babies at me. Of course, that's not going to hurt me. But then she took the Beanie Baby display apart and started chucking pieces of it at me and then at the manager. So I told the manager I was going to sit in my car and call the police because she's still in there flipping out, cussing people out, kicking stuff. So I told her I wasn't going to wait in there because that just seems like a really bad idea. But yeah. 7-Eleven failed. I'm a little frazzled right now as I sit here. The police are literally on their way. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I'll keep y'all updated. So right now I am sitting right outside of the police station about to get my copy of the police report. When they showed up, I walked out of my truck and introduced myself as the one that called. I told them my side of the story and what I experienced from my point of view. They walked in with me and we talked to the manager. Elizabeth was no longer in the building. Come to find out, she tried to flee and was hiding between two dumpsters outside next to the gas station, like at least leave the scene. Not only is she fired today from her job, she had a warrant out for her arrest for embezzling and stealing from her old gas station job, that she just knew that they were catching on to her and just quit. So not only is she fired, but she's in jail as we speak. So I feel like I helped 7-Eleven a little bit more than I was supposed to today, because she probably was going to do the same thing there. Anyway, this is a part of mystery shopping you do not have to do. These are called revealed shops. You do not have to accept these kind of jobs. I started with these kind of jobs because I was a process server and nobody scares me. But you certainly do not have to accept these jobs. I have no problem with them. they're crazy to me, and I like a little bit of chaos in my life. The majority of these actually pass, I have to say, and they're kind of boring. But today was interesting. I'm still a little, you know, like, because I was still a lot to process, and mystery shopping's been quite quiet the last couple months, so I should have known something crazy was going to happen. But yes, this is how my day is going. So I will see y'all later.